Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Fab TV here. Excited to talk to you about a brand new emerging extraction shooter to compete with Escape from Tarkov. It's called Arena Breakout. I'm most excited about this new game that's coming out because it's designed for mobile platform. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is designed to be played on your cell phones and your tablets. Honestly, for being a mobile game, it's incredibly polished. They flew me out to LA to test this game out, and I was honestly shocked with how well balanced the gameplay mechanics were. The graphics are great. It's almost a direct parallel to Escape from Tarkov, and I think that it embodies a lot of the amazing things that are so great about extraction shooters without all of the headache and without all of the heartache. Shout out once again to Arena Breakout for flying us out to LA and putting on an amazing event. I recapped the event in one of my streams, but it was super awesome. They drove us to this really janky warehouse that looked super sketchy from outside, but when you got inside, they had it set up super sick, like a military conference room that, you know, from a deployment. And we got introduced to the game, sat around with a bunch of other amazing mobile creators and Tarkov creators, and dove into Arena Breakout, ran a few rounds that I'm going to show you here. You know, me obviously clapping cheeks like always, but it was amazing, an amazing experience. After we got to dive into the game, they put us on a bus, drove us out to a airsoft field and set up the airsoft field to look just like the game, and we actually got to experience real life extraction shooter, real life Arena Breakout in this setting with tactical gear on. It was just an amazing experience. Once again, the game's called Arena Breakout. It's a mobile extraction shooter, a direct competitor to Escape from Tarkov. It's sick. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Much love. So as you can see in the gameplay here, guys, there's a lot of similarities and parallels to Escape from Tarkov. Now, obviously, being a mobile game, it's going to have its intricacies as far as, you know, moving items and the user interface and things like that, but the combat is polished. The unique gear sets, the amount of gear that you can get is incredible. They have a bunch of different maps, and they actually have even different skill levels of gameplay that you can experience. So if you're new and you're just starting out, you can play at an easier level, and then as you get better and get more gear, you can progress into more difficult levels of the same of the same maps, and even of different maps. You have, you know, broken limbs and blacked out limbs. You need to serve kit your arms. You have to heal. You have to heal bleeds. You have to pop painkillers. You have to load ammo into your magazines. All of the stuff that makes extraction shooters so great, like Escape from Tarkov, all of those features are implemented into this Arena Breakout game. I spent some time talking to the producer of the game, and they took a lot of their inspiration for this game from Escape from Tarkov. They love Escape from Tarkov. They love extraction shooters. Their goal is not to replicate what Escape from Tarkov has done. Their goal is to compound on what Escape from Tarkov has done and make an extraction shooter that is a direct competitor. They're doing a lot of things the same, and when something's broke, why fix it? And they're doing a lot of things differently, and honestly, they're doing a lot of things better. One of the things that was surprising to me was how seamless it was for me to dive into the game and kind of be incredibly familiar with the game already, like as if I've already played it. And obviously that's a big shout out to Arena Breakout and their, you know, the developers there, that, you know, anybody who's coming from Escape from Tarkov will be comfortable in this game. Arena Breakout also has a lot of easier to use interface options. You have a HUD, you have a map, you have a compass, you know, on your HUD. You can see your teammates. So while it's not, like I said, it's not going to be an exact replica of Tarkov, they're wanting to make something that's unique. And I think when you combine a lot of the things that make DMZ great and a lot of the things that make Escape from Tarkov great, that's what you get in Arena Breakout. and I'm incredibly excited for this title. I think it's going to be good. I had an amazing time playing it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm not even a huge mobile gamer, and I really enjoyed it. So if you love Escape from Tarkov, if you love the mobile gaming genre, or if you're just looking for something new to play, I highly encourage you to check out Arena Breakout. It's currently in open beta, and I think they plan to full launch later this summer, and it'll be coming to iOS soon. Right now it's Android only. They're doing beta testing, closed beta testing for iPhone right now. But once again, if you love shooters, if you love extraction shooters, if you love mobile gaming, Arena Breakout should be a no-brainer for you. All right, we're going to dive into some actual raid footage of the game. And like I said, it's very similar to Escape from Tarkov and a lot of other extraction shooters that you might have played, which was why it was so seamless for me to be able to dive right into it and kind of pick it up. It was pretty comfortable experience. Some of the gunplay is actually very, very similar to some of the other extraction shooters that I've played. The recoil patterns, the fact that there's actually recoil in the game. After you dump your mag and eliminate an enemy, you have to take some time to repack your magazine. And I thought that a lot of the really cool aspects of the looting was exciting as well. I kept looking through computers and stuff, trying to find graphics cards and things of that nature. It also has the discovery mechanic and you know, like that exciting rush that you get when you have been playing the game forever, but you happen to stumble upon an item that you've never seen before and you have to examine it. You get that feeling from Arena Breakout, and I don't know. I just thought that they've done a really good job so far with the game. Players that have been playing for a while will be higher level with better skills and higher level skills and better gear, right? So when you run up against, you know, a higher tier player, you still have the chance to win that fight, but it's going to be very difficult because they're going to have all the gear that you don't have. They're going to have better ammunition, better guns, better armor, but you still have the ability to, you know, get that feeling of a large come up if you can take that player out. Using the loot that you do have and the loot that you have worked so hard for. Something that was actually pretty awesome as far as it being a mobile game is there's an indicator for if you are trying to play the game and you're not able to have, like, you don't have headphones, you don't have the volume. You can actually play this game with no audio. There's a lot of visual cues. You can turn on the video feedback. There's indicators for when there's noise around you, what direction that noise is coming from, how much noise you're making. And things like that. And like we discussed earlier, the HUD is very clean and it's not as minimalistic as, you know, other genres. So other titles. So it's having the ability to have your compass, be able to see your teammates and all that stuff is huge when you're talking about accessibility for a game like this, where there's, you know, maybe more casual players will be drawn to this game. If you're kind of turned off a little bit by some of the hardcore aspects of other titles, some of the quality of life stuff and the user accessibility features from Arena Breakout will be very appealing to a large amount of the player base. I think one of the things that was used as well, that's also used in other extractions, that I thought was pretty awesome, was the fact that they have different extractions that you have to have specific things for. You either have to have a certain amount of money on you, you have to have a certain type of player there with you, you have to you know, that extract may potentially not be available that raid. So a lot of that kind of RNG stuff is available from even just as far as the intricacies of extracting. So you'll always have your set extractions, but you also have other specific ones that if you know the game well, it gives you that slight edge as well, which I thought was really cool. We actually ended up running into 3 players that were actually testing the game with us there at the event. And one of the members of the team actually was the producer of the game. So we actually ended up getting into a fight against the producer and his team. And, you know, of course, I had to wipe the entire squad. And I came out with a huge bag. Don't mind my horrible mobile aim. That's going to be something that I definitely have to practice. My aim's absolutely insane with mouse and keyboard. Trying to shoot using a phone and aim using a phone was definitely one of the most challenging things I've done. So that's definitely be something that I have to practice for sure. So don't worry about my lack of aim here, because usually I'm kind of nuts as far as that goes. This time, not so much. It's actually funny. One of the guys was sitting right next to me, and he comes over and stands right on top of me while I'm trying to heal, and doesn't realize that I'm not dead, and I just fry him. Super unfortunate, but has a lot of the same features when you're looting. You pick what you want, you stack as much loot as you can, get their dog tags, and then you get out of there. I also found that hip firing, point firing was relatively good, but it has some drop off. So in other extraction shooter titles, you can hip fire or point fire from pretty much any distance and be accurate. Arena Breakout has a pretty large penalty for not aiming down sights in their game, which I thought was actually pretty good, because there's a lot of times where you really shouldn't be able to point fire from specific ranges. Obviously one of the most nerve-wracking parts is actually getting to the extract with all the loot. Just finishing the fight and winning the fight is not enough. You have to get all the loot and get out of there. So that's definitely one of the exciting pieces of the extraction shooter genre as well, that you'll see very apparent in Arena Breakout. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Arena Breakout definitely going to be one of the most exciting titles that comes out this year from a mobile standpoint, for sure. And I'm excited to spend a little bit more time playing it. Sometimes other games get bored. This one's going to be other games get a little stale and get a little boring. I think this new extraction shooter title not only is exciting because it's on mobile and you can play it on the go, but you do have a lot of different intricacies and a new story to learn, and some new gameplay mechanics, and just like a whole new player base that we can kind of interact with and play with, and I think that's pretty exciting. So I look forward to playing it. Like I said, Arena Breakout's going to be launching here later this summer. Full launching right now. It's in iOS beta testing, and it is currently in open beta testing for Android. So make sure you guys check out Arena Breakout. Shout out once again to the team for bringing us out to LA. Check it out and putting on such an amazing event.